he's given the Mariners a new lease of life. Here's the corner. Back into the danger zone. There's a Beanie. It's in the back of the net from Adam Kwasnik. The Mariners have scored. First blood in the grand final. And we've had to wait until the 96th for the Mariners. Great save by Theophilus first time. Kwasnik steers it up. And Bozanic surely clinches the championship for the Central Coast. Even on home turf, even with 50,000 behind you, 2,000 sounding like 50,000 at the moment, and they're all clad in yellow. Is the title heading for Gosford for the very first time? And are Brisbane about to be denied at the final hurdle of what has been, Andy Harper, a record-breaking season?
Well, it's been a brilliant season. It's been a compelling grand final so far, and it's going to be a special story from this point on if Brisbane can get out of it. I can't see it. I thought at 1-0 it was going to be probably too much given the way this game has unfolded and just how well the Mariners have defended. And their coach, Graham Arnold, has done an outstanding job with this team. Not just to get to the grand final, that's an effort in itself, but what is mapped out here today has been fabulous. And they are ever so close.
Unless there is a miraculous comeback somewhere for Brisbane Roar. They're going to have to dig deep, very deep. They're trying to start the journey here through Franjic. The Mariners rock solid as they've been for most of the game. And here they go on the counter. Bernie Avini, McGlinchey, Eric Partaloo. Just sticks the head out and deflects it back towards Theophilus. 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first period of extra time. Madoka. Broich looking for Solorzano, but it's not quite come off tonight.
Well, the Mariners, right up until the 105th minute, have worked assiduously at funneling Brisbane into the tighter areas where they've got numbers. That was just the latest example. Broich trying to find Solorzano. Ball harmlessly ending up with Matt Ryan. He's made his share of saves too. Let's not forget that.
Let's also not forget, though, Andy, as well, in the second leg of that major semi-final, the Mariners led by 2-0. Brisbane came back to draw it 2-2. So it can be done.
Well, that did take them close to 50 minutes to do that.
Correct.
They've only got 15 here. Well, they're a team, Brisbane, that's played with self-belief for 30 home and away games. A major semi-final season, a series, that's 32 games. And they'll be looking to fall on that reservoir, what's left of it, with 1 period of extra time to go.
The Central Coast Mariners are 15 minutes from glory. And Ange Postecoglou is 15 minutes away from seeing a wonderful season, somewhat solid by a wonderful Mariners performance. The scoreline, the end of the first period of extra time, Brisbane Roar 0, the Central Coast Mariners 2. Well, I suppose the first goal was always going to be crucial in a match as tight as this. The fact that the Mariners have managed to snaffle a second as well makes it a very large mountain to climb indeed for Brisbane. As good as they've been this season, as strong as they've been, particularly at home, this sort of occasion knocks the stuffing out of even the strongest type of footballer.
Well, despite the fact that they're chasing 2, 1 goal changes the complexion completely.
And that's what happened in the second leg of that major semi. Broich found a goal from somewhere. All of a sudden, the whole momentum of the tie changed.
Difference here, though, Simon, is that the Mariners won't have to chase another goal 2-1 up. They did in the major semi because of the away goals rule. It's way too early for anywhere will do from the Mariners, if that's what they're thinking.
slip on the turf from Rocky Visconti. Solorsano, Visconti. I think it came off the chest of a Brisbane Roar winger. That indeed is the decision. Well, it's hard not to feel a bit of sympathy for Ange Postecoglou, as much as you would be pleased for Graham Arnold's and the season that Brisbane have had. And for it to end on such a low note, it's a bit of a pity, really. I'm sure Graham Arnold and the Mariners won't care.
Not at the moment, but they're not dead yet, the Roar. And I can fairly confidently report that no one's leaving the stadium.
Might also have something to do with the fact the rain stopped. There's Enrique.
And if ever the Brisbane Roar needed their crowd, it's now. That's not going to help.
Franjic has given it straight to McGlinchey, trying to combine with the beanie. Instead it's Brisbane with Thomas Broich. Need some inspiration from their German talisman. He's been kept relatively well shackled this evening. Visconti. Boich too strong. I thought the ball had gone out of play there. Mackay. Yeah, you're right, Andy. It's very flat inside Suncorp at the moment. Almost a resigned air of defeatism from the Brisbane supporters, and they need to be on their feet, really.
Well, it's strange territory for them, watching their team behind at home. And it could be worse with Kwasnik pulling out the party pieces.
Kwasnik will continue the run. And he'll get there, will he? No. Good challenge by Smith. Visconti. Mackay. Svansbeek has barely given Solorsano a sniff.
Well, they've been as good as they've been all season. Wilkinson and Svansbeek, as good as they've been all season. And that's been good.
Enrique. Brisbane have got a player down. Mackay just making his way back up onto his feet rather gingerly. It's the goals that the Roar need. Visconti's delivery away by Svansbeek. Broich. Enrique. Drills it low and hard. Palm clear by Ryan. Broich trying to pull the trigger. Solorsano. Can they find the space to get the shot away? Partaloo. Stefanuto. Broich! And Ryan is there again. He's just been in the right place at the right time whenever they've needed him, the Mariners. Back in it comes, and Broich was almost falling over through exhaustion, I think.
Well, it's better than that, Simon. And a large part of goalkeeping, as is anything in life, is being at the right place at the right time. But it's more than that with Ryan, because from that position of being in the right place at the right time, his nerve has not let him down. Just been superb.
As he's been all season. The sands of time starting to run a little thin on Brisbane Roar's dream of a domestic double. Less than 10 minutes. And Abini is away again for the Mariners as they look to inflict further damage. Kwasnik. He's been excellent as well this evening, not just the goal. And here he goes again, Adam Kwasnik. Daniel McBreen steaming towards the far post. Partly cleared by Madoka. The Mariners going for the kill here. And They get a corner. Could have been more.
Oh, some trash talking going on. McBreen to Theoklitos. Kwasnik still lively. Outstanding performance from the Mariners striker. Unsurprisingly, there's not a Mariner in sight to take the corner.
Which is why Matthew Breeze is making a very public show of looking at his watch and saying, yep, I'm adding time on for this. Well, it's that time already. Play for the corner. And play in the corner. Well, they've earned that right, the Mariners. 8 minutes to go, and it has been a thoroughly professional performance from Graham Arnold's team.
Well, if you're Brisbane, you stand someone on the byline or on the corner flag now, and you don't let the Mariners turn into that part of the field. They've managed to force the Mariners back and infield so that the game can flow, which suits Brisbane.
Adam Kwasnik, a goal and an assist in his third grand final. He can't ask for much more than that. Enrique. Brisbane not quite dead yet. Sproich. Haven't been able to pick apart the Mariners, though, as they have done with so many other teams this season. If they get a glimmer, if they can steal a goal, all might not yet be lost. Not like that, they won't get goals. Graham Arnold within 7 minutes of a first championship as a coach. Never won one as a player, played in the grand final in 1988. Andy, I'm sure you'll remember the game, lost with Sydney United.
Well, he's been around and about, Graham Arnold. I'm going to venture to suggest this will be the career highlight for him. He enjoyed the World Cup run of 2006 and 2010, included in which, of course, was the qualification against Uruguay. No one will ever forget that, but he was a supporting cast then, Graham Arnold. He's got his hands on the levers here, and this has been a masterful display from the coach.
Brisbane need a goal, and they need one quick. Down goes Broich, free kick. Mariners thought he made a meal of it. He's quickly enough back on his feet.
Yeah, clear foul.
Free kick taken quickly, and good shout by Matthew Ryan. That chemistry between Ryan and Wilkinson, and Svantevik in particular, has been first class. He's 5 minutes away, the youngster, from winning a championship in his first season. He wasn't expected to play this campaign. Knee injury to Jess Van Straten very early on in the season gave him his chance, and he's barely looked back since.
You look at two of the players who featured the way the cards have fallen here at Suncorp. Matt Ryan, you mentioned. Bernie Abini off the bench, a telling contribution. Terrific work with the young players. Terrific work with the older players. Terrific work from the Marinators, those of that gathering who call themselves as such.
Yeah, travelled up in good numbers today. And it looks like they're going to be rewarded. Maybe with a third goal here. Josh Rose. And that's a foul on Franjic.
Josh Rose, the Queenslander, playing for the Mariners out of Rockhampton. I bumped into one of his family members early this afternoon. There's something like 25 of the extended Rose family.
Here's Sir Lawson. Oh, just break away, Andy. Maybe a chance here for Brisbane. Enrique! It's 2-1! Brisbane. Well, now we've got a grandstand finale.
Well, to have not scored today would have been a damn squib for Brisbane. And this effort, set up by Solorsino and Thomas Broish, applies the defibrillators to Brisbane's championship claims. They were gone, done, dusted, the Roar, and the Mariners now have to hang on.
Well, they've got 3 minutes to do just that, but Brisbane all of a sudden have got second wins, and they've got the fans back on side, courtesy of this little man Enrique. Goodness me, they couldn't come from 2 goals down a second time against the Mariners, could they?
It's at moments like these you'd love to have coaches like Graham Arnold fully mic'd up.
Just not his heart monitor. Partaloo. Franjic runs into a yellow and blue wall, Ivan Franjic. Throw in Brisbane. And the Mariners bench are furious. They feel that should have been a foul for their team. It's very tense down there. Franjic down injured, but there's no time to stop for treatments now. Two minutes to go in the grand final. Visconti. Enrique onside. And straight into the midriff of Matthew Ryan. Is that the last chance perhaps for Brisbane?
Well, I don't know about the last chance, but you compare Enrique's effort there with Adam Kwasnik. I know Kwasnik had a better opportunity to set up that second goal, but Enrique had supporters piling through the top of the penalty area. He just didn't have that composure when Postecoglou needed it and his team needed it.
Well, Ange Postecoglou looks remarkably calm. It's almost as though he's accepted whatever fate is about to throw at his sides. But at least they made a game of it late on.
Well, at what point did Brisbane just launch it? We haven't seen it all season.
Pretty soon, you'd think.
There's not much more time left.
They've got 1 minute.
They're still looking to play their way through.
Broich. Visconti. No foul, says Matthew Breeze. Visconti trying to square it up. It's behind for a corner. A chance for Brisbane, a huge roar around Suncorp. Graham Arnold can't stand it.
That's unbelievable tension here at Suncorp. The best team of the A-League era.
And it goes. Partaloo! 2-2! Unbelievable! Eric Partaloo, and they pulled it out of the fire right at the death, Brisbane!
Well, if Brisbane Roar were going to get out of this at 2-0 down with 15 to play in extra time in the championship game, this was going to be a special occasion for the Hyundai A-League. And guess what? Special occasion we have. The Mariners, the heart has to go out. They've been fantastic here today, but they could not hang on. And the Roar have come on with the wettest of sails. And penalties beckon.
Oh, my goodness. I thought the roof was about to be lifted off the stadium when Partaloo's header veritably bulged the back of the net. The full-time whistle has gone. It's ended all square. We're going to have penalties. Graham Arnold is crestfallen, and understandably so. His team had the title in the bag, but Brisbane Roar for the second time have come from 2 goals down against the Mariners. Brisbane Roar 2, the Central Coast Mariners 2 after extra time, and penalties will decide the grand final for the second year running.